Hey, this is Pizza Dude Man, finally back for more subscriber questions. Our first question today comes from Ridley Crade 187. If you killed a shark, do you think the incident would reach infamy like Harambe or Cecil the Lion, or do you think you'd be fine? I think I'm gonna piss somebody off. Some animal activist is gonna be like, how dare you kill a shark? There was another way. I don't care that your life was in danger. You should have found a different way to take care of that shark. Squirtle Squad asks, do you think the new Mario game showed in the NX trailer will be like 3D Mario World or something completely different? It's hard to tell, but to me it really looked like they were going back to the original 3D Mario format, like Super Mario 64, but it didn't look like 3D Mario World to me. Lord Jackal asks, what would you name your first child if it was a gopher? Chris London. Musomania27 asks, since it doubles as the next-gen handheld, do you think that the format of future main series Pokemon games is going to change drastically as it moves onto the console? I don't know if that's confirmed yet, but that would be really cool. If the next Pokemon gen after Sun and Moon is going to be on the Switch or just future consoles, that could really amp up, at the very least, how the visuals look, and that could be really neat to see. Internal Inferno asks, who do you like more, Young Link or Toon Link? I like Toon Link more. As far as I can tell, they're both kid versions of Link, but I've always liked Toon Link because he's so expressive and so colorful. I just like those traits about him. Lord Genesect asks, you said that there are plenty of worthy Nintendo characters for Smash. Do you think Genesect is among them? I think there's lots of good Pokemon that would also make good Smash Bros. Characters, and I don't think Genesect is an exception to that. Chicken Crispies asks, if you could create a new power-up for a Mario game, what would it be? They say that a lot of times they think of a new ability for Mario to have and then like base it off of, something else. Like they wanted Mario to have the ability to climb, so they gave him a cat suit. So how about a game where Mario can turn invisible or camouflage himself against the background to avoid enemies, and that's required for parts of the game, and it's a chameleon suit? Zagar Tulip asks, have you ever watched Bill Nye the Science Guy? If so, what moveset, Final Smash victory theme, and codec call would you give him? We don't even have codec calls anymore. But yes, I've seen Bill Nye the Science Guy. I guess his moveset would be science-y things, references to episodes of Bill Nye the Science Guy and making things work the way they do. I'm really not sure what I would do for his Final Smash, but obviously the victory theme would be da-da-da-da-da-da. Codec Call would probably just be talking about his TV show. Maybe Snake, tries to contact somebody, but then just the intro of the TV show plays on the other side of the Codec Call. Bobby Lopez asks, have you ever met any of your fans in person before? Technically, no. There was one person who recognized me as Pizza Dude Man Guy that I met once, but it wasn't necessarily as a fan. It was somebody who knew me from the forums of Smash Boards, and so we talked about Smash stuff. It was actually in the line for trying out the demo of Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. So, that's it so far. Joe the Artist, Video Game Art Plus More, asks, what new games would you like to see on the Nintendo Switch? I would like to see a console Animal Crossing. I would like to see a console Pokemon for 8th gen, just because it is also handheld, so I think they might go for it. Another console Fire Emblem would be cool now. And besides that, I already gave a few thoughts on the last subscriber questions video, so I don't have anything else to add. PSP123 asks, if Smash gets ported to the Switch, do you think we'll get new characters at the launch of the port and DLC afterwards, or do you think we'll just get a couple new characters at launch? Seeing what we've seen of Nintendo and Sakurai in the past, I could be totally wrong about this, but I think that if they have a new Smash or even just a port to the Switch, that they would want to include a reasonable amount of new material. So I think we would definitely get some new characters. 8-Bit Die Die asks, have you played any Deus Ex games and what do you think of them? The third one in the series is available for the Wii U. I've never played Deus Ex myself, but I have a friend who's really into it and he told me all about it. The new one sounds like it's really cool. I was not aware it was on the Wii U. I've got a lot of other stuff I'm saving up for right now, but we'll see. Ridley Crade 187 asks, what is the worst fighting game you've ever played and why? Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I've ever played a fighting game that I didn't enjoy at least a little bit. Not that I can think of at the top of my head, but probably the worst fighting game I've ever played is Street Fighter the movie, the game, which isn't really terrible, but the concept's really weird, having a video game based on a movie that's already based on a fighting video game. And I definitely don't see a reason to play it over just playing Street Fighter 2, so there we go. BruceMania27 asks, will you be getting Shantae Half Genie Hero? If you do, will become an eventual LP. Well, I'm definitely getting the game because I backed it at the tier where I'll get it, and I'm planning on Let's Playing it as soon as I get it. Internal Inferno asks, who do you think would win in a fight, Little Mac or Ryu? That's actually kind of tough because at base value, I would say, well, Ryu, obviously, because he has way more abilities. But then again, if you look at the kind of opponents that Ryu regularly fights in Street Fighter, they're just regular martial artists, I mean, including a couple boxers like Balrog and Dudley. So maybe Little Mac actually stands a chance. Ultimately, I would still tend to say Ryu, because I do think he just has so many more advantages over Mac, but I think Mac would give him a good fight. Here's another one from Chicken Crispies. Which video game franchise would you like to see a new game from that we haven't seen in a while? Metroid. Federation Force does not count as an actual Metroid game. Bobby Lopez asks, what was your favorite video to make? I used to do this series called 15-Second Anime, where I would take episodes of various different anime and overdub them and condense the entire ideas and jokes of the episode into 15 seconds. And those were really, really fun to do. I had to stop doing them because it was a copyright nightmare, but I would have loved to continue that. Zigger Tulip asks, what is your opinion on the Metroid Prime series? It's good. I don't really have an opinion besides that. It's a good series. I'm not sure if I prefer it over the 2D Metroid games or not. I enjoy them both for different reasons. Ridley Crade 187 asks, do you think the format of Breath of the Wild will replace the current format of Zelda games for future titles, or do you think we'll return to traditional Zelda afterwards? I think with The Legend of Zelda, they actually do like to experiment with the style of it. I mean, really, what is traditional Zelda? The overhead view? Because besides that, Adventure of Link, which was the second Zelda game ever, was a side-scroller, and then the 3D Zelda games are in a bit of a different format from your traditional top-down ones, and then later Zelda games had motion controls, so I do think they like to experiment with the style enough that, yeah, I'm sure we'll see what people would call the traditional Zelda format, along with other things we've never seen before. So I guess in short, no, I don't think Breath of the Wild's going to replace any formats. Zigger Tulip asks, which video game character has the coolest outfit? I'm gonna say Auron from Final Fantasy X, my opinion there. These last two questions are both from Ridley Crade 187. Which of your LPs has been your favorite so far? Honestly, my favorite ones have been ones that I've done with Rune 342. Those ones just invoke the best memories in me. Little Big Planet 2, Donkey Kong Country Returns. Yeah, those ones have been the most fun. And if you had to add a samurai character to Smash that wasn't Takamaru, Samurott, or Goro, who would you add? So, what samurai character to add to Smash that's none of the regular samurai you would expect? I guess Sakura Samurai at that point? And with that, that's every question that I got this week, so leave me some more questions for next week, and I'll see you then. Bye!